exploring unsettling mysteries, questioning the investigation's direction, and uncovering potential conspiracy. Unraveling the unsettling mystery behind Summer's disappearance continues to grip our attention.
Covered Sebastian yesterday, and Katie and Chris said the exact same thing. All right. And that's just not plausible. One has a basement under and a wood stove. We're going to get to that next. We're going to go inside. All right. I'm so bad at this. If I say 2 minutes, it could be 30. Deb. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And you, my friend, are not Candace, who is, every time you see her, is lit out of her mind on METH, right? We've already said it a bunch of times. She's a mathematician. So how do you think her 2 minutes compares to yours? So her 2 minutes could be what? 2 hours? Listen, Linda, listen. Boop. Look at Linda. Listen. All right, let's keep going.
Focus all of our efforts on just one of those two. We think that the only way we'll be successful in finding Summer is to continue to walk down both of those investigative paths to ensure that we don't become focused on one area alone and miss something that's crucially important. I would say this case has not gone cold. A cold case is typically framed up as a case where there are no tips or leads that are coming in and there are no investigative efforts that are happening because there is no place to travel with the investigation. I would say in this case, thanks to the public, we've continued to have tips and leads that have come in that agents have been able to follow up on continuously.
Now, listen, guys, listen here. Listen, Linda. All right. The 911 call that we listened to prior to this, that was in 2020, and you heard mommy in the background. All right. I believe they said that was Summer Wells saying mommy, and Candace saying he's going to hurt my children. So what about that, the domestic violence and them hearing the call and them understanding he's abusive and what's going on in the area? I feel like they didn't look in the proper direction. I mean, wouldn't that give you a lead right from the get-go? I just don't get it. But maybe, just maybe, since Candace decided to say, never mind. Yeah, it was. They said that was Summer. I just wanted to make sure it was. They said that was Summer saying mommy, and Candace telling the dispatcher that Dawn hurts the kid. She's afraid. And then she backpedaled, right? She probably said, hey, go get me my D rugs. He got them. Okay, I'm not gonna turn you in. I need my stuff. All right. So, I mean, come on. It's very clear. It's just like Chris, right? Chris and Katie Proudfoot. Chris has CPS calls. We know that he's been aggressive. We've heard that he has 5 ex-wives, or he's been married 5 times, 4 ex-wives. We listened to Nina tell us how abusive he was verbally and how he was towards the children. If that doesn't tell you a lot, I don't know what does. Jay, he bought a car. Jay, he bought her. There you go. Right? Look at Linda. Look at right here. Look at there, Linda. Let him tell you something.
And the agents have worked tirelessly when tips and leads weren't coming in to try to find ways to investigate when typically people would lay down their effort. It has been a great partnership between the community and law enforcement to not let this case sit and go sterile.
First of all, I congratulate the TBI on not considering Summer's case cold and continuing to work it. I also
see, I didn't see that picked up in the background, but Sharon, what I suspected already was that absolutely Summer was essayed by her dad and other people that they let, just like Jen Soto hands her kid off to whoever to do whatever. All right. And I mean, if that's not a big lead, I don't know what is. Yeah, the feral people. Krista says, I'd like to win a Foxy box, or I'd love to win one. All right. Thank you, Brady. I'll check that right now.
Acknowledge that I have the luxury of just giving my opinion about whether or not I think someone's innocent or guilty without having to worry about proving it beyond a reasonable doubt in court, right, unlike the TBI. All that said, I'm not thrilled about them congratulating themselves for considering a grand total of 2 theories, abduction or wandering off, because that means they're interpreting every tip they get, even this most recent one, through those 2 narrow filters. And while that normally wouldn't be too big of a problem, the issue is the evidence in this case doesn't support such extreme tunnel vision. For example, I think something completely completely different happened to Summer. In fact, it's a theory I don't have about any other case we've analyzed on the channel. So here's the recap of my theory from an earlier video in this series where I analyzed Summer's parents on Dr. Phil.
There's trafficking that goes on.
Yeah.
People take children, and I hate to even say this because it's such a horrible thing to think about, but they take children and they sell them.
He knows that. I mean, he's sitting there with and I'm surprised we're able to get this on here. Whenever I put Dr. Phil up, I get freaking striked off. My channel pulls down. But yeah, in my opinion, Dr. Phil is no better than Maury Povich. I'm sorry if you guys do like him or you think I think in the beginning, Dr. Phil started out doing good things, and now I feel like he's just a shoddy, trashy talk show host that doesn't let you play any of his stuff, by the way. He'll just strike you down. So, yeah, at least we get a little information, but Foxy Boxes, here we come soon, Darlene.
Sell them into all different kinds of different lives, whether it's sex trade, slave trade, different things. That happens here in LA. It happens there.
Absolutely, it does.
What Dr. Phil is saying here is one of the theories we have in this case. So if you followed this series since my first video, we've come to a few theories of what could have happened to Summer, and they are among the most extreme and bizarre theories on the channel, just because this whole situation is extremely bizarre. And it's bizarre based on nothing but the parents' own words. So be mindful when I say that what Dr. Phil says about them potentially selling Summer or allowing someone to take her, someone they know to take her in order to sell her. I don't come to that.
Catch me outside. That's what you're saying, Carla. Catch me outside. You remember the Catch Me Outside girl? Catch me outside. You guys, girl, boys, people. That girl's a straight up rapper now. I just want y'all to know she's like a rapper. And all she did was say, catch me outside on Dr. Phil. So enough said on that, right? Jen Nova, it blows my mind how many people desire children's disgusting. Oh, girl, don't even get me started on that. I'm telling you. Catch me outside. Is that her name? Danielle Bergoli? Oh my God. I looked her up, by the way. Yeah, how about that? She's a straight up rapper. She's making money now. It's the weirdest, wildest thing. One day we're going to have to do members only where we just talk trash with each other. All right. Anyhow, let's keep going. Again, Summer Wells case. New evidence sparks theories and inside the Wells home. We're going to take a look at that. One love, revolutionary. Good to see you, my friend. Tell your mom I said hello and big hugs to her. I haven't seen her in a while. I haven't seen you with her in a while. So look up her net worth. I did. Oh my God. Don't even get me started or I'm going to get off of it. I'm going to get off this subject. Let's keep going. We still got more to come.
Conclusion lightly. It is a possibility simply because the parents themselves have spoken in a way that allows it to be a possibility and have even said themselves in other interviews that it is a possibility. Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but that's my theory of the case based on the parents' own words and the evidence available to us. If you want to see how we got there, I'll link my playlist down below and you can binge watch that next. For the purposes of this video, here's the two main takeaways. If I'm right about this, the new tip wouldn't necessarily clear Summer's parents of any wrongdoing, even if it led to her being discovered on a stranger's property, because Don and Candace Wells, Summer's parents, could have been involved in how she arrived there. Second, the TBI will continue struggling to solve this case if they're primed to only see it as a simple stranger abduction or child wandering off and getting lost. But
yeah, I do wonder about where law enforcement is going with this tip. Why announce this tip and make a big deal out of it and then just follow up with almost nothing? All right. And it boggles my mind that they don't want to talk now. And it's like, what is it about that lead that made them not want to talk all of a sudden? I mean, that's a question to ask. She was sleeping with Dawn and Candace. I'm sure the abuse was happening right in the bed, just like Jen, right? Familial trafficking is my opinion. All right. No, as far as I know, Lisa Marie, I'm pretty sure Candace Wells is into females. Just saying, it takes one to know one, but I've heard some stories about her sleeping with men, women, whatever comes her way. Dawn too. All right. Candace, Dawn, all of that. I didn't see the mattress, but we're about to look into the house in a minute. Let me play this and then Wes, is screaming. Be Real Tutu, put that tree up. Need to watch the replay. Boop. Yeah, I'm not a Dr. Phil fan, guys, but whatever. Whatever. I don't like shows like that.
Our differing theories aren't the only issue I have with the TBI's approach to this investigation. A far bigger one is coming up. See if you can spot it.
Many people have speculated what they think has happened in this case. The difficult part of the speculation is that if we as investigators speculate and focus our efforts in one direction, we're making a huge mistake. We have to make sure that we're being completely comprehensive as we investigate. And being focused in one direction is a tragedy for an investigation. So until we find evidence that points us in a direction that we know is the right direction, we'll continue to be comprehensive. We'll continue to explore every option that can be out there, and we would.
Did y'all see Bowie come in here? If you saw Bowie come in here, hit that like button for Bowie. Yeah, Candace's relationship with Hunter is also suspect and seems inappropriate. I think all the relationships are inappropriate. There's a lot. Yeah, my baby's dressed. I wanted to show you Bowie. I have Wes down there, but my dogs are so little and it's cold in California. They all got their clothes on, so I wish it was I lost my Bichons. I lost my 2 Bichons the last couple of years. So I got a Maltipoo because I like the curly hair. Love the curly hair. All right. Anyway, I do love Bichons as well. All right, let's keep going. I had to let the pups in, and I always know that you guys appreciate me sharing the puppies with you. Thank you so much, Bree. Thank you for the $10 super sticker. I love how it says super sticker. Penny knows. His mom said he was never the same after that day. Interesting. Yeah. They say a lot, though.
Continue to ask for the public's help in doing so. Typically, we have a couple of agents assigned to an investigation, and that's been enough. We've had over 6,500 leads, tips and leads come in on this case. Those have all been reviewed. They've been worked. We continue to get those. And it is a monstrous task, but it's one that's not overwhelming.
Well, you better tell us something if you're going to say all of this. And Jen Johnson, you said you followed Summer's case since the beginning, and it's bothered you, the whole story about Hunter and Candace going to the swimming hole when she almost drowned. Why mention it?